Hello and welcome to yet another edition of the Narrative Off the Cuff with Darryl Blair and Elite News. Or should I say Elite News and Darryl Blair. Well, we're in the final month of 2020 and this has been a rather hectic, confusing year. But there are some for certain. The pandemic is a for certain. We're certainly living in rough times and we're challenged by what's before us. We're challenged with the transition from Trump the Tramp to President-elect Joe Biden. We are in tough times. My father once quoted to me, he said, there are two types of people in this world. There are those who want to work and there are those who want to take credit for other folks' work. He said, why don't you be in that first group? Because there's less competition there. I don't want to take credit for anybody else's work. I just simply want to put in the work, and I challenge you to do the same thing. Having said that, the Dallas elected officials, appointed officials, I've talked with several business owners who've had to go through the city's bureaucracy and bureaucratic red tape, and who've had to deal with issues from the city and from other governmental entities. And they talk about all of these stall moves that are put in place that are not expedited in the process with regards to permits, getting access to funds, things of that nature. Again, I tell you, we should be living in a black paradise as African Americans in the city of Dallas, Dallas County, and this region at large. All of the elected officials in any head position in the city of Dallas or Dallas County, African American, and yet we can't get anywhere. And then that's not good enough that they can't come together cohesively to move an agenda forward for the greater good of all of us, not just African Americans. I don't know what it is that everybody wants to stand on an island and take credit for doing it themselves. I just gave you the quote. Be a worker. Don't worry about taking the credit. It'll come to you. What's due you is yours. That's a challenge to every elected official. You got black contractors around here who got millions of dollars tied up, but you want to run out here and you're getting ready to run for office. You want to go stand in somebody's church, stand in somebody's face. You want to campaign and stump to run for office and talk about all the things you've done. Get the business done for those who pay taxes, for those who contribute to your campaign. You know who you are, you elected officials, appointed officials. And then you get down there and you got people who are in positions that have no clue or what a department you put them in or what they're responsible for. And there are yet other stalwarts who still hold up the process. Every citizen of Dallas ought to be pissed. From trash collecting to paying your city taxes, your property taxes, the whole 9 yards. They better start having some cohesiveness and a smooth transition with regards to you taking your business, taking care of your business, and they take care of theirs. And y'all meet in the middle. Enough of them. Next thing I want to talk about is Trump. Now let me ask you something. Why do you need a get out of jail free pass if you haven't done a damn thing? Of course, we know differently. Trump the Tramp has done it all. Now he's putting things in place to pardon others. But what you can't do is that sister, Miss James, she is patting her feet with them bracelets. You know what they are. They connected. Where you got to do like this or like this. Yeah, Trump, you and your family. You can pardon them on federal side, but you can't pardon nothing on the state side. The Southern District of New York gonna get you. Boy, and it's gonna be fun, fun, fun. That's a song y'all know. Go listen to it. Just be encouraged. And then the tragedy is, now that he has lost, where's Mike Pompeo? Has anybody seen him? Barr's getting off the train with him. Barr's done. Everybody's beginning to go their separate ways now. Then you got, what about this Jeffries guy downtown here in Dallas? You ought to go picket and boycott his church. Get him a little discomfort from Black Lives Matter. Biden voters matter. Go at him. That's the challenge for you now. Come on, Dominic Alexander, let's go down here and protest with that bullhorn right in the middle of his sermon. As we move forward, now that we have President-elect Biden, I am for cohesiveness. Let me preface what I'm about to say with this. I'm for cohesiveness. I'm for all of us getting along and this being an eclectic pie of economic parity and growth. Social, legal, parity and growth. And yes, there were Hispanics who were on the line out there fighting with us with some Black Lives Matter. But I'm telling you, I'm pissed to sit up here and see that they want to go and troll Biden about giving them some apartments. You didn't do Trump like that. You didn't do that to Trump when he was running your relatives out of the country, jailing children. Some Hispanics have too long sat on the sidelines waiting for us to battle on the battlefield, African Americans, go across the line with the civil rights movement, battered heads, busted hearts, and then all of a sudden when the victory is won, you want to come off the sideline, we too. You better get in where you fit in. Understand the process. How can you be rewarded for something you didn't work for? Know that. And I have some great Hispanic friends. This is not to besmirch all of them or any of them. It's only to besmirch those ones who want to sit up and challenge Biden and Kamala Harris. Where was Joaquin Castro and his brother? Why didn't they speak up? The two pretty boy twins. Man, y'all better get some sense about this, man. Y'all are all real up and stand your ground. Who are with Biden and who's talking about a cohesive country. Let's get that going. Don't let them divide us up no more. Go get Trump, divide him up. I want to give kudos. Yeah, there's some kudos to be given out. State Representative Tony Rose, I want to say hello to you, and I want to give you some kudos for your work you've done. I see you at the office. That's my next door neighbor. She does her work here, and she said I don't always mention her. Go back and look at some of our narrative off the cuffs. I've given her credit because she's got some legislation that she worked on that is pertinent to us. Also, State Representative Carl Sherman. Yes, I want to give him his kudos. Then I want to talk about Maxie Johnson down there at DISD. Rev. Maxie Johnson, Trustee Maxie Johnson, he carries a lot of hats. And that brother does a great work, and he keeps them accountable. I want to give him kudos. I also want to give kudos to Abe Cooper out there with his new church in DeSoto, and also being a school board elected official, Reverend Abe Cooper Jr. Because I knew his dad, and I knew Abe when he was a little snot running around the football field. But he's got the Elijah Fellowship, I believe. If I'm corrected, text message me, email me, whatever you need to do. Kudos to you, brother. I'm proud of you, and I know your dad is peacock proud. So after having said all that, I want you all to be continuously encouraged. I like the DA down there. I like you, Cruzo. You're doing a great job. You just stay out of the way, but you are very effective at what you do. We got to start thinking about getting some of them judges out of the way. One of them being Etta Mullen. Etta ain't better, and Etta got to go. Judge, yeah, you got to go, baby. I'm sorry. Bye-bye. And it's a whole lot of people lining up for you. You got Martians lining up for you. I just saw a spaceship land down there at the voter registration thing to go and get, so they can become elected. We'll take a Martian over you, Etta. Now, be reminded. Grambling Prairie View, February 27th is amongst us. Spring football, for real though. Prairie View Grambling right there in the Cotton Bowl. It won't affect our attendance and how we go and see in that stadium. Come on out and support Prairie View Grambling and the great game, the State Fair Classic in the spring. The next thing I want to tell you about is the Elite News Awards tonight. Yeah, we got 16 beautiful people who've worked diligently in our community, who's lovingly labored amongst us and for us, to our knowledge and not to our knowledge, unbeknownst to our knowledge, for the Elite News Awards nights. That's the 46th annual. We got a great slate. Go to EliteNewsDallas.com, look at them, check them out, support us. We're going to go virtual this year with that program. Then I also want to remind you that we've got it done. Juneteenth Festival and Celebration. March, starting at William Blair Jr. Park all the way into the Fair Park with a grand festival, car show, the whole 9 yards. Trendsetters and Eric Friedman, they coming aboard, and I just want to say, we got the talent, we getting the talent lined up. Y'all need to start getting registered. Your vendors, everything you want to sell, you want to buy, anything you want to exhibit, display, come on out there. We're going to have a wonderful time with concerts, domino, spade tournament. Somebody said chess. I think I'm going to include that in there. So, it's surprising that. So why don't y'all just be ready to support, stay engaged. Juneteenth Festival 2021. Then I want to welcome Calvin Johnson as a columnist to the paper, advertiser. I want to thank you and the sponsor to the program. Now to our sponsors. To Sherman Roberts down at Citywide Development Corporation. He's one of those businesses that are having problems with the city. They're not doing him right. They're not doing Diane Ragsdale. They're not doing James Armstrong. They're not doing a lot of these corporations, these development corporations, nonprofit. They're not doing them right. They're holding their money up. You got the Barbara Martinez's and the Robin Bentleys are down there who needs to be removed, Dr. Eric Johnson. You need to remove those individuals. But I want to say thank you, Carl Thank you, Sherman Roberts, for your sponsorship. Thank you, Brian Eberstein, 1-800 Old School Lawyer and car wreck lawyer. I want to say thank you. Car crash lawyer. I want to say thank you, Brian. And I certainly want to say thank you to attorney Teresa Hawthorne. I always thank her gently, and I just want to say thank you for your sponsorship. And so with all that being said, and as we move forward, I want you to be reminded to do one thing for the Elite News and the Blair Foundation. In the spirit of William Blair, you know what I want you to do? Get it on your mind. God bless and God keep is my prayer.